Today we're doing a garden tour. Today is June 25th, 2018, and this is the first official garden tour episode. So it's going to be a little windy, so pardon if you're getting a lot of wind noise. I'm going to do my best to keep it not windy. So let's go. I'm taking you guys into our little garden space. We have is an enclosed area so the deer can't get in. So initially I wasn't planning on doing a garden, but except for potatoes and onions, and I was given all these other plants by my sister and my mom, and I had to plant them. So this is what we did. We have about 5.5 rows of potatoes. I think they're 40-foot rows, spaced about 2 feet apart. And then right here I had a bunch of leftover onion bulbs, and I just threw them in the dirt and covered them up, and they're growing. These were not my main crop of onions that I wanted to use, so if I get absolutely anything out of these, I will be super excited. This next thing I have is several rows of sunflowers. Look at this one. This one's just huge. It's probably like an inch in thickness. It's like a tree. It's gonna be monstrous. And there's a little ant. I'll show you my onions. All of these are bulb onions. They're doing really well. And normally I wouldn't plant them in just plain old rows. I would probably mix and match and plant them next to other crops. But I truly was limited on planting this year. We just had to stick stuff into the ground. The next thing that I had to plant was ground cherries. My first time planting them. I've never even tasted a ground cherry, but I was told they're extremely delicious, and they are loving it here. Fruit. I haven't tasted any yet. I'll be doing that soon. I believe I have a total of 10 plants. In between the ground cherries are my marigolds, and they're just loving life right now. I absolutely adore marigolds. This next plant that I'm going to show you is my cucumbers, and they're doing okay. I planted them in not the most fertile part of the garden, and I should have amended them a little bit better, and so next year I will plan ahead for this. I stuck in a few more seeds, and I have been rehabilitating these. So the leaves were originally, they started out this way, turned this way, and now they're going back to looking healthy. So my hope is that they continue doing this. And there was bugs attacking them, there was nutrition deficiency, and these are my new ones. Isn't this incredible? This is what makes me so freaking happy when I get to pick this. The best way to pick them is to just twist them. This makes me really happy. Next plant that I'm going to show you, or set of plants, is my amazing tomatoes, and these my mama gave me. She had too many starts, and I told her I'd stick them in the ground and we'll see what happens. On these, they're huge, with marigolds in the mix. Aside from that bed, I actually have another garden section with 3 tomatoes. I didn't want to mix the varieties. I didn't want these to cross-pollinate, so I kept them separate, and these are called Bull's Heart, and they're from the Ukraine. But look at this monstrous tomato. And this other plant also has, I think 1, 2, 3, I don't know if you can see, 3 plants, or 3 tomatoes. So very excited over here. My tomatoes are actually rocking out very well. My peppers, not so much, and I don't know why, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research. I honestly believe it is a calcium deficiency. The reason why I think it is a calcium deficiency is because the leaves are kind of wrinkled, and calcium is necessary for building the cell walls. I'm gonna try to give them some magnesium and see if that helps, because magnesium also is essential for the processing of calcium. It's always an experiment. We'll see what I can do. Hopefully they'll perk up. I will definitely be doing a much better job with my peppers next year and preparing the bed a lot better. And with gardening and with plants, you know, they need love and they need attention and they need the right conditions to thrive. So next year will be a better year for my peppers, and I'll be planting a lot more. I did start some watermelon. How could you have a garden and not plant watermelon? And since I'm already watering all of this behind me, water's overlapping, I decided that I should stick some watermelon seeds in and, you know, see what happens. So these are my watermelon, and somehow I got lettuce in there. That was unintentional. This right here is cantaloupe or honeydew. I think it's cantaloupe, but I figured I might as well stick a couple plants in this onion bed. There's so much room here. There's a ladybug in there. I don't know if you can see the ladybug. Between the sunflowers next to my cucumber area, but kind of away, I do have some more watermelon, and my hope is that they'll kind of spread out and grow that way. Or I'll kind of weave them in, and we'll have some tasty watermelon at the end of the summer. I'm going to take you over to this very rogue garden area, and I call it rogue because I never intended to have a garden bed. I just ended up with a patch of dirt. Just a brief overview of all I have here. It is a very big mix of things, and when I say big mix, I'll walk you through everything that's currently growing here. Sunflowers, they are amazing. They are about waist high here. They're actually taller than the sunflowers over there. They love this bed. They're extremely happy. I love it. Cannot wait to have flowers on them. Oh wow, this guy's really big. And then inside, this was supposed to be pumpkins, but they are not very pumpkin-y. I didn't intend to do this. I wanted to plant pumpkins. These do not look like pumpkins, but we'll see what they are. They almost look like a round zucchini. So weird. One of the things with certain zucchini and pumpkin type of plants is they do tend to cross-pollinate. So you're supposed to plant them not too close together or you're going to get really odd seeds. And if you're trying to harvest your own seeds, you definitely, you know, want to separate them. I had a bunch of tomatoes that planted themselves. Didn't want them to be abandoned, so I dug them up and I brought them here. And these were about this big when I bought them. So they have grown in a week many inches. I have lots of bamboo that I have to regularly pull out. It's like a weed. So I have 5 rogue tomatoes. These are zucchinis, and they're going to be a pretty big bush. We eat zucchini, but there's always so much zucchini, and I don't really bake zucchini bread very often, so pretty much what we can stir fry and grill is what we want to grow and plant. And they're doing really well. Healthy leaves. They really love this bed. In this bed, and I haven't watered for a while, like the soil is so moist and wet, and that's because I have layers of leaves. I have straw. I mean, I actually have a very diverse mix of things that I stuck in here, and I really like how it worked out. This year I'm going to rake up a lot of leaves and try to replicate this in all of my other garden beds. A couple trumpet flowers I was gifted. So I have 6 cabbage plants, red cabbage, which I love red cabbage. It's my favorite. Doing pretty good. Happy little plants. These are my beans, and there's a couple different varieties. One is a regular bean, kind of a green bean. I forgot the name of it, but it's good for drying or fresh eating. And the other one is a rattlesnake bean. And the goal for these beans is seed preservation. I want to be able to harvest my own seeds and plant a lot next year. In this last corner, I have some of my shade-loving plants, and they're kind of mixed in with some medicinals. Lettuce, extra lettuce that I think it's iceberg. They're actually doing really well. This is about as most sun as they're going to get, and they already have partial shade. So I like to check their soil. Yep, it's nice and moist, nice and damp. It means they have plenty of water. And this is garden sorrel, and I bought these as starts, and I love the taste of this. I have 1, 2, and then 2 other ones. Just so beautiful. It's a red vein sorrel. It also has a really pleasant flavor. It's just so good. Like, I love to take a leaf and have a nibble. Good. Here is my lovely valerian plant. It's just attracting some really good insects. It's providing shade, and it's just the smell. Oh, the smell, it smells like honey. I mean, it really does smell good. The roots is what I would harvest. It is great for sleep, for anxiety. It's just healing. Next to that garden bed, there's like this mulch area, and this is just to keep grass out until I decide to plant stuff. This is blueberries. These are raspberries. They'd been in the pot for a while and they were on sale. Oh, there's a couple berries. They're small. And I think next year they're going to be doing a lot better. There's a lot of new growth, new branches. They do have good soil. So this was dug up as a root, family member's yard, and it honestly looked like it was dead, but horseradish are pretty strong. And the reason I wanted horseradish is so I could use the leaves for canning and the roots for horseradish. And back there I have a couple older fruit trees and a bunch of cherry trees. So let's go check those out. They do need some pruning. These are very small berries, but they're extremely tasty. They're good. They're just very little berries. They do need a little bit of TLC this fall. I'm going to do quite a bit of pruning. Now that tree right there has the good berries. Let's go look at that one. And let's go check out the orchard. The orchard is behind the garden area. We've planted 20 different fruit trees. We have from apples, pears to cherries. We also have different ages of fruit trees. So some are older, some are a little younger. We didn't know what kind of fruit trees we would have until the following year after we got the property. So it's been kind of a cool adventure learning what we have and what's growing. On the other side of the property, you can see the barn, but on the other side of the property is an amazing gem. Lake here somewhere. I'm trying to find it. I'm gonna be so dirty when I'm done. Look at some of those trees. Look at that skunk cabbage. Wild berries. I'm like in a jungle. Secret garden. I found it. I'm so happy. I found it. This is what I was looking for. What I was looking for behind me. It's a little pond, called it a lake, but it's really just a little pond. I guess it's a natural spring, and it's just here all the time. It's beautiful. You can hear all the songbirds. It's amazing. I feel like I'm in a jungle of sorts. I think if we all as human beings spent more time in nature the way we were intended to be, I believe that there would be less problems in the world. Those are just my thoughts anyway. We're almost back. So that concludes the first garden tour, June 25th, 2018. I'll try to do this bi-weekly, and hopefully this will inspire someone else. And if you'd like to share your garden update, tag us. Information will be down below, and shoot us an email, send us your video. We would love to feature you on our site on Facebook and Instagram.